A Chinese Coast Guard officer struck a Philippine Navy sailor on the head with a wooden baton in disputed waters. The day before China's foreign minister arrives in Manila for diplomatic talks. Beijing published a video mocking the Philippines as a monkey taking orders from America. The South China Sea is no longer just a territorial dispute. It is becoming personal. The South China Sea standoff has taken another dangerous turn. In a fresh confrontation, a Philippine sailor was struck on the head during a tense encounter with the China Coast Guard in the disputed waters of the West Philippine Sea. According to the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the incident took place on July 20th near Ayungin Shoal, also known as Second Thomas Shoal, where the Philippine Navy maintains a presence aboard the BRP Sierra Madre. The military said a China Coast Guard rigid-hull inflatable boat carrying 8 personnel approached the grounded vessel, circling it while taking photographs and videos. 2 Philippine military rubber boats then moved to calmly and non-confrontationally drive the Chinese vessel away. However, the situation quickly escalated. According to the Philippine military, one China Coast Guard officer struck a Philippine Navy serviceman on the head with what was described as a wooden baton. The blow caused an open wound measuring around 1.5 inches, while the Philippine rubber boat also sustained damage during the confrontation. The injured serviceman received immediate first aid after returning aboard the BRP Sierra Madre, while military officials assessed whether medical evacuation would be necessary. Despite the incident, the Armed Forces of the Philippines said its personnel acted with professionalism and restraint throughout the encounter.
Despite the aggression and violence, AFP personnel exercised professionalism, discipline, and acted according to the rules of engagement while carrying out their lawful mission within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, in accordance with international law.
The Philippine military also called on the People's Liberation Army, the China Coast Guard, and China's maritime militia to halt what it described as illegal, coercive, aggressive, and deceptive actions in the West Philippine Sea, while urging Beijing to comply with the 2016 arbitral award that upheld the Philippines' maritime rights under international law. The latest confrontation comes just days after another diplomatic dispute between the two countries. The Philippines lodged a formal protest against an AI-generated video published by China's state-run China Daily, which portrayed a monkey wearing traditional Filipino clothing, taking orders from the United States and Japan, and mocked the 2016 international arbitration ruling by describing it as litter. Manila condemned the video as deeply offensive, distressing, and unacceptable, demanding that it be removed immediately. China's foreign ministry later distanced itself from the video, saying it did not represent the government's official position, while once again insisting that the 2016 arbitration ruling remains illegal, null, and void. The twin controversies come just ahead of Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's visit to Manila for the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting. As diplomatic tensions rise and confrontations at sea become increasingly physical, relations between Beijing and Manila appear to be entering another volatile phase. With competing claims in the South China Sea remaining unresolved, every encounter now carries the risk of pushing the dispute beyond words and into even more dangerous territory.
The Commander of Fleet Operations Naval Defense Command, Captain Ryan L. Bacabak, Philippine Navy GSC. Today, we formally send off Naval Task Group 84 aboard one of our most advanced naval vessel, BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG-06, or I would say FFG-6. as she sails towards Hawaii to participate in the 30th iteration of the world's largest international maritime warfare exercise. Naval Task Group 84, other officers. This means that each of you, this ceremony is important since our last ship deployment to RIMPAC dates back to 2022. As such, our return to this multinational activity highlights our commitment to becoming a credible partner under our Sail Plan 2040 vision. We likewise strengthen maritime cooperation with partner nations and navies in order to continue advancing a free and open Indo-Pacific. Also demonstrate our dedication to building a truly modern, multi-domain, and a self-reliant naval force to advance our national interests and maritime capabilities, as well as uphold a rules-based international order. Stability in our waters is born out of the desire to collaborate and synergize efforts at sea, and our participation in this year's RIMPAC is anchored on this intent, to become bridge builders that reinforces partnerships and sustain our Navy's growth. With this, I wish you fair winds, clear skies, and following seas.
We will also be joined by, for the very first time, by the Philippine Coast Guard. They will be sending their BRP Gabriela Silang. The events will be more on maritime warfare, and that includes surface warfare, anti-air warfare, anti-submarine warfare. We also have deep tactics, and worthy to mention are events related to humanitarian assistance and disaster response, as well as events related to enhancing our competencies.
Every 2 years, the United States Navy Pacific Fleet holds RIMPAC.
And we request all of our flag rank officers, together with our PCGA, to kindly